Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. And I wanted to do a video about a topic that I've been waiting to do a video about a topic. I don't know if I've really talked about this before, but this is the idea of the difference between being quick, moving quickly, and being in a hurry. And I might have skimmed on this topic before, but I thought this was an interesting enough topic that it's worth discussing. Because a lot of us tend to be in a hurry all the time. And I wanted to make a distinction because there's a real difference between moving quickly or moving fast and being in a hurry. And I would say that you should never be in a hurry. That being in a hurry is always a bad thing. But moving fast or moving quickly can be good, and like I said, they're not the same thing. So what does it mean to be in a hurry? To be in a hurry is a mental state. To move quickly is a physical state. So if you're in a hurry, it means that you're trying to accomplish, or you're trying to work ahead of now, right? You're in the future. You're thinking about, you're worrying about the future, and that's driving what you're doing. So a lot of times when we're in a hurry, it's because we have some task or something that we're trying to accomplish that we cannot actually get done in the time frame allotted, right? And that's what creates this sense of hurry. It can also be that we just have our mind far in the future while we're trying to do some actual work or focus or do a task in the present. And when your mind is in the future, but you're trying to do something in the present, there's a few problems with that. One, it creates a lot of unnecessary stress, right? It's going to put you in a very stressed state, which is not an optimal, it's not a peak state to operate from. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to have a bad attitude, you're going to have less willpower, right? It's not a good place to be. And especially, some people live their whole lives in a hurry, right? They're always waiting for the next thing. And I can slip into this very easily. I have to reel back and slow myself down and not do this. But yeah, it's just not a good place to be, right? So you want to avoid being in a hurry. It doesn't do anything. There's no benefit to being in a hurry. Even when you're behind, right? Being in a hurry is not what's going to solve the problem. Moving quickly will. The physical act of moving quickly, the physical act of moving fast, which is totally different, right? That can be, you can be doing that and not be in a hurry, right? You can realize that you have time constraints, but when you're in a hurry, you're sort of operating in this panic mode. And what ends up happening is so a lot of times you think you can get more done than you can. So you need to stop, take a breath, right? When we're in a hurry, and you need to pause. Okay, and that's the thing you don't want to do at that time, but you need to reevaluate the situation and come up with a realistic plan, right? I've talked about this before. I'm trying to think what video it is, but I talked about getting behind or messing up and how you need to just like stop, pause, rewind, come up with a plan, and then reevaluate the situation from where you are at that point. And so that's, again, that's what you need to do when you catch yourself being in a hurry. And I tend to do this myself. And when I do this, usually when I feel behind, there's a lot of stuff that I need to do, a short amount of time, it needs to get done in this time frame. I need to stop, say, okay, calm down, and now plan this out. And then what you can do is when you reevaluate and you say, okay, well, there's so much time and this is what needs to be done. Okay, there's not enough time to do everything. I'm going to prioritize. Here's what needs to be done. Here's what's left of the day and what can be done in that time frame. And you come up with a plan. If you take those 5 or 10 minutes to do that, right, then you can stop being in a hurry. You can still move quickly. You can still say, look, I need to get this done quickly. I need to not waste any time, to go. But you're doing it, but your mind is not in a hurry anymore, if that makes sense. You're moving fast, but you're not in a hurry. Even walking to a place or running, or because you're late, let's say you're late for a train or a plane or something like that, right? You can still be moving fast, but you don't have to be in a hurry, because you can be thinking about the consequences, or that, oh, I can't make this, but I'm going to move as fast as I can. Or you can resign yourself to, if I make this, that's great. If I don't, here is plan B, and that's great as well. But I can only move fast. That's what I have control over. Therefore, there's no point in me being in a hurry. I'm just going to move fast. And if I make it, great. If I don't, that's okay. I'm willing to accept that. That will clear your mind from being in the hurry state, right? As a programmer, as whatever job that you might be doing, I know there's a lot of non-programmers listening to the channel now. But you can always do that. You can always choose to not be in a hurry. You can always choose to instead think about what can be done, right? Take your time. Like, you know, it doesn't mean moving slow again, but giving a real reflection to reality. That's, you know, I did this video on looking in the mirror, and this is, you know, part of one of the things that I stress so much is this idea of facing reality. Because when we end up getting into problems, it's because we're not accurately, you know, objectively looking at reality. We're being very subjective, or we're being very biased when we look at reality. And when we can be more honest and more clear, then we can alter reality better. And when you're in a hurry, it's usually you're trying to compress time. You're trying to look to the future. You're not being in the present moment, which can hurt you. So anyway, I thought I'd make that point. I think this is something to realize, that distinction that can help you quite a bit in your life. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.